gear, talents, glyphs, strats, and it doesn't stop there. Find out more in the Discord link below.
Today we're going to be going over a pretty commonly requested matchup, specifically Preg DK into Lock Healer. Now this Lock Healer is a little bit different than you normally find because it's a Destro Resto Druid. Now, quite often in my experience I see a lot of Destro Resto Shamans or Affliction Resto Druids on the latter. Even then the comp is quite uncommon, but anyone who plays Preg DK knows that anything with a Warlock and a Healer can be very much a nightmare to deal with. So the objective for taking down a comp like this is usually going to be playing around your grips and your Hodges and setting up goes on either the healer or managing to get a pet kill. But most teams are going to be pretty responsible about their pet management. They're going to leave it out in the middle of the map in a way that you're going to have to cross to start hitting it, and the Warlock is immediately going to be taking advantage of that and CCing it. So for this match in particular, we were kind of just figuring it out ourselves as we went along. But our main focus was grip Hodges on the Druid once we kind of got a little flow going. So I'll let it play out a bit, and I'll make some commentary as the game goes on. So as I said, we're still kind of figuring it out ourselves. We don't have a lot of experience. I personally don't have a lot of experience on this comp, but I have a pretty good general idea of the toolkits that we have available. So I kind of tested their willingness to commit their pet. Pet, as I said, is kind of frozen out in the middle of the map. I said, okay, well maybe what happens if I grip it? You know, experiment, guys. You can try different things in these games. Most of the games that you're playing right now should be primarily focused on learning and trying different strategies rather than just trying to climb, since if you're pushing for a title, at least nothing really matters to the last couple of weeks. So it's more important to gain experience on these comps. But in this case, we decided to kind of abandon the pet strategy, and we just decided let's go for setup on the druid instead. So in this case, we get the grip here. We get the Hodge that's forcing the skin. That's good. I kick this Seduce to interrupt it. So make sure to let your pally out of these CCs. Now, if he's playing with the Seduce pet, he's going to put his Fear on DR at the same time whenever he uses Seduce. The ideal setup for the lock here is that he wants to get a Fear on me and a Seduce and a cross CC Seduce on the Paladin. It's really tough to deal with a very, very capable lock, especially with the healer, because it's almost like a 2v3 with the succubus pet always kind of being a threat for CC, and even pillars don't keep you safe from a well-timed Shadow Fury or double Shadow Fury even. So you have to be very cognizant of your positioning here. Senti does an excellent job this game of making sure he's usually in the right spot, and I think I do a pretty good job of getting him let out of the CC so he can continue to kite effectively, and we never really get collapsed on. But going back to the game itself, so we do our first go. So we've got his bark skin. So I'm usually tracking his bark skin cooldown. If I ever target the druid, I'll show you. Usually manage it through my omnibar right here. And it's a very nice add-on for that reason, and it's good to have as a quick reference point, especially the most important enemy cooldowns. You have to track the information that the enemy gives you if you want to be effective in arena. Same thing with this Shadow Fury. So we're avoiding the fears. Senti gets seduced. I run out. I kick it. He does manage to get that cross CC I mentioned, and in that case, that's time to use a cooldown. So if I get caught in a fear in a regular circumstance and Senti's free, then I have either the option to gnaw the pet or to kick it with Mind Freeze, and that frees him, which allows him to free me. But if they get that cross CC set up and they start putting me into clones and stuff, it can get very bad very quickly. So in this case, this druid has 24 seconds left on his bark skin, and we have 2 seconds left on our Hodge, and I have a grip available. So that's our second go. And so the idea for the second go would be to force this trinket. We would then probably have to go through a third go because he's going to have his bark skin back up for our next Hodge. But it's starting to open up a lot more dangerous of a kill window when he either only has one bark skin or one trinket, or neither. If he has neither and we set up everything well, and the lock in this case is unable to devour magic with a Fell Hunter, since he's using the Succubus pet, we can guarantee a kill on the Druid. But so we get a nice little setup here. I get around the pillar. I grip him in right into the Hodge, drop a Garg. Senti torrents the Fear, and we're able to stay on top of this Druid pretty effectively. Now, we don't really force this trinket here. I think I could have. Forced a little bit more how to use the string, but I didn't see a great kill window here, so I kind of held back on it. And as I say that, I use my, I see him still getting low. He's still getting pumped on pretty well. We're still on DRs. We're forcing everything. Most importantly, we forced Hellstone in this go. So even though it doesn't look like we got anything important, we actually got something very important because Hellstone for the Druid is his last ditch attempt to survive. He doesn't, even if he's silenced, it gives him that extra chunk of HP that he needs to ride it out to the next till the silence is over. So although it didn't look like we got anything effective during this go, it will come into play later in the game. So I stay on top of the Druid here. Pally force jumps bubble. We figured, hey, let's just go for it. As I said, we're still learning. In hindsight, having a little bit more experience fighting this comp, I probably would have just reset at this point and not sent all of our cooldowns so aggressively. But as I said, you gotta play the game to learn it. You gotta try different things. Don't be afraid. Losing doesn't matter very much. Losing only hurts your ego. But in my experience, losing is usually a positive in that my enemy is just foolishly teaching me what doesn't work. Okay, so we stay on top of the lock here. We continue to kite. He gets seduced again. I come out to go kick it. I get him out of that seduce. So I troll here. I just jump off completely by accident. I can't even pretend otherwise. Just because you make a mistake doesn't mean you haven't created an opportunity. So in this case, I took a look at the positioning we have here. I could just run back up and be fine. But I said, hey, maybe I can go and do a little cheeky go on this pet. Maybe I can, the druid is up here. He's over on the other side of this pillar. The lock's available to health funnel, but I don't think he's going to expect to react to a go in this case on his succubus. And gripping the lockdown would be pointless because he would immediately port back up. So I try to turn my poor mechanical mistake into an opportunity, and I decided to go grip down the succubus and see if I could just give it real quick. But the druid makes it over in time, is able to keep it up. Unfortunate, but hey, whatever. We keep going. So in this case, we're kind of in a bad position here. Senti's kind of been forced away from the pillar due to me jumping off. So we just rotate pillars, and I just focus on not getting CC too heavily while Senti is a bit vulnerable so I can peel if needed. Um, and yeah, we'll just continue making our push. So the druid has all of his cooldowns up again, with the exception of that Hellstone. The pet control gets a little sloppy here. He kind of feeds it to us, but of course we're not able to kill it with druid hots, even after gripping health funnel. I regret that grip on health funnel. I could have just saved it, but because we have Hajj available and kind of wasted it at that point. So I think it would have been good to do a go here on this succubus, get the druid to switch his hots, and then go for the grip Hajj on the druid in this opening instead. But it's not a big deal. We'll get another grip in 20 seconds. So we just continue to play patiently and avoid CC. I'm able to get some free dots on the druid, but although he's kind of baiting a go on him, I'm not forcing it with a grip, and he's able to pre-hot himself a bit. So I decided to be patient. They do go for a clone here, so instead I gnaw the seduce to keep Senti from getting cross CC'd and damaged too heavily while I'm being CC'd. So there was a little sneaky pestilence there. So the druid doesn't know that I'm setting him up for the swap there. But I see that opportunity to get him dotted, and I take it. And now he's running quite close to us in line of. If you look at the positioning here, he's line of sight of his lock. Although he does have his succubus for some protection, Senti is on the succubus's DRs from what I just gnawed earlier. So this is a prime opportunity for a go. We actually should be able to get a kill here with this setup. Spoiler alert, we don't. It's quite close, and I made a mistake in execution. I should have used my strangulate here on this go, but you'll see. So we get a little setup. The druid runs right into us, and we decide to go. So we get that Hajj on him. I don't even need the grip. I have AMS to protect myself, even with the bark skin. So at this point, I had blood tap available. I was kind of. You can even hear me. I'm gonna play the full clip after this game. I was trying to make the decision on whether I should strang here. I should have. Spoiler alert. But Senti was calling that he had torrent, so I said, well, I hope this works. So he goes for the torrent afterwards, and we get him down to 9 HP. Don't quite finish him. Unfortunate. That's okay. Senti uses a couple cooldowns here. He gets feared out into the open in a kind of terrible pathing, but I am able to stop the Chaos Bolt, so he's okay for now. Um, but we have now 4 Sparkskin, so our next go on the Druid, even if he has Trinket available, will be very, very scary for him. So again, we rotate just because we get a little bit out of position due to the fear. We make it over to the next pillar. I'm fine out here. Most of the time, if the lock's hitting me at all, it's going to be wasted damage unless I'm going for a kill on his druid. So I'm more than happy to let him. He comes in for the double Shadow Fury. He thinks he's pressuring me, but no, he's actually just allowing me to set up freely on his druid. I'm able to get a full Strangulate on him here. The druid switches bear form, so I immediately IBF. Even though he's used Shadow Fury, the druid can still, bash me to peel himself. That's his last ditch effort. Even though he's used Trinket on the Hodge, he doesn't have Bar Skin. I don't think he has Nitro Swiftness, or he can't use it while strangulated, and it's just not going to be enough. So we're going to be able to take him down in this window, and that's how easy it is. So once you can get these setups reliably, it's tough, especially when you're dealing with a little bit more of a capable lock who has just excellent pet control. The game's not going to go this way versus a Chan Min Poiki equivalent team, but in terms of what you guys are going to be facing every day on the ladder, I think this is a pretty generic example. So I hope you found this helpful, and if you did, I hope you join me on my Discord. Link should be in the description.
Oh man.
Summon circle. Cyclone.
I'm just hitting the pet for now.
Sure.
Maybe I shouldn't have done this here. I'm gonna come back. I'm gonna retreat. I don't like this position. I can grip the pet in. Do you want me to?
Yeah, you want to? Sure.
Yeah, let's go.
We're not gonna kill it whenever he does this, though.
Yeah. Okay. Just get a new pet. I haven't used anything though, so this is kind of okay.
This guy.
Just gonna Shadow Fury.
Summon circle.
Puts a port here. Be careful. I'm trying to avoid the double Shadow Fury. He wants it. Oh no, he's gonna double
Shadow Fury. Fear. Cyclone. Swift
We can
Knight.
I can grip Hodge? Yeah.
Yeah.
Go.
Henry Justice. Seduction. Bark
You
Skin.
got skin?
Seduce.
Yeah, I'm gonna go kick the Seduce. I'm gonna go kick the Seduce.
Fear.
I'm gonna get feared maybe? No.
No,
Alright.
it's on me. They're
Alright.
always gonna CC me.
Yeah, hit the lock now. We got skin. We grip Hodge on Druid next.
Bark Skin down.
Just keeping the pet in combat too, or dotted. We have 18 seconds on the. He wants the Shadow Fury. Kick the
Counter.
Assimilate.
Shadow Fury. Fear. Cyclone. Fear. Seduction. Swift
I'm gonna
Knight.
kick the
Fear.
Seduce. Yeah, I kick Seduce. Oh no, I kick it for you.
Countered.
Okay, I have a grip. We have a grip for Shaman or Druid.
In
Ready?
one.
Okay.
Yeah. One. Go.
Henry Justice. Fear.
Weren't this? I had to.
Yeah, I'll kick the next one. I kick the next one.
Countered.
I kicked it.
Nice kick.
My fucking Garg's on the wrong target, but this is okay.
It's okay, we can kill.
We can kill. Yeah.
Shadow Fury. Howl of Terror. Howl of Terror.
We can get you.
I'm gonna string this. We can kill.
Yeah, we can kill.
Uh,
I rep this.
fucking Hellstone, man.
Warlock.
It's okay, we can still win.
Yeah.
Just stay on this guy. Literally.
Yeah,
literally.
I'm on. I have AMS.
Fear.
I'll bubble this.
Okay.
I have Hodge in 6.
Okay. I'm just staying on top of him. I have a. He fears me.
Get you.
Nice. New DR.
I'm on Hodge now.
Justice. Bark Skin.
He's got skin.
We
Yeah,
have to
we
retreat.
gotta pull back. Yeah.
Teleport.
He's got a double Shadow Fury. Yeah. Nice. You got out.
Shadow Fury.
Okay. What do you want to do?
Bark Skin down.
I mean, we just have to keep doing the same thing. I don't think this guy's wearing a trinket, man.
Cyclone.
the Druid?
Yeah.
Seduction.
I'll go kick this.
Counter. Fear.
Oh, I just trumped out the fucking thing. I'm trolling. I'm gonna kill the succubus downstairs though.
Yeah.
This is actually kind of
Shadow
genius.
Fear.
Here's me, yeah. I finally have decent fear pathing.
Yep.
Cyclone.
I'm gonna AMS here.
Swift Men.
I'm following you to the other pillar.
Yeah. We could do a go on the druid.
Well, the pet's right
I have
here.
Hodge.
Just kill the
Okay,
pet.
sure.
Holy Wrath it maybe? I'd grip that health funnel. Okay,
That was
no, we
gross.
don't. Yeah, no, I shouldn't have done that. It's okay. This is where it gets tricky for me with my fucking 2 focuses. Do you want to? We can Hodge this. No, he's pre-hiding.
Cyclone. Shadow Fury.
Clone out of this maybe.
Fear. Cyclone. Seduction.
I'm gonna kick
Cyclone.
this Seduce on you.
Seduction.
I'm not. Just hitting this idiot.
I'm just outplaying this guy
Fear.
with my fucking
Yeah,
movement, dude.
yeah, I see
Alright, we
it.
go druid.
Yeah, go.
Henry Justice.
I'm on fucking DR.
Amos. I can.
I torn it.
Okay. Oh, 9 HP, bro. 9 HP, bro.
Chaos Bolt.
I had fucking strength too. I should have called it, but it's okay.
Chaos
I'm gonna stop this
Bolt.
chaos bolt. I kicked it.
Box
I'm gonna kick the I'm gonna kill the druid or the lock pet so he can't focus on offensive with you. I'm gonna grip the lock's cast if he goes for something dangerous on you, like a fear. I stopped the simulate. Yeah, I think you can just cross here.
Cyclone. Entangling roots.
I'm gonna get rooted, but I'm okay. Okay, out here.
Entangling roots. Chaos Bolt.
Yep.
Cyclone.
I'm killing the pet.
Yep, canceling my
Swift
bleeding
Nun.
easily.
Use Swiftman. Can we
Shadow
Hodge
Blade.
the druid here? Can we
Yeah,
Hodge?
yeah,
I have
let's
AMS. Yeah, go.
Do it, do it, do it.
I'm gonna know. I'm restraining
Trinketed
it. Okay.
Druid.
Anything? Oh fuck.
Straight.
You should do it, you should do it, you should do it.
Yeah, we kill.
Fear.
Kill. Ah, nice, bro. Nice.
That's the fucking druid attacking me, baby. This guy didn't fucking cast on me once.
Nice, dude. Great job, man. Great job. Big dub there.